Now I want you to look at her face. Just look at her face. Yes, I cut my hair. But just look at her face, dude. She knows she fucked up because it's on camera. Now, you see this speaker right here? Look at the speaker. This speaker cost me over $200. $200. Now, I protest at the Santa Monica Pier. And when at night, I haven't done a night protest in a while because it's not summer, it's cold, and I'm tired. But when I used to do night protests, I used to have lights all over the speaker. These little kids will come up to the speaker because of the lights, and they will touch it. A lot of them did it. And not one time did I ever thought it was appropriate to call those children a racial slur because they touched my $200 speaker. Never once did I thought it was appropriate to do it. But yet this woman is talking about her stuff. It was her kid's stuff. It was a toy. And who was touching the toy? A 5-year-old. Now, according to the internet, the 5-year-old is on the spectrum. Somehow, $200, kids touching on it, I don't freak out. I said, no, little baby, that's not appropriate. This woman could have said, no, little baby, you can't touch my stuff. You can't touch my stuff. We got to contact your mommy or your daddy. Where's your grandparents? Where's your guardian? And call out for the parents or the child's guardian to take the child away. Never at one time did she thought that was appropriate. And she called a child, a 5-year-old, a racial slur. But yet, kids be touching my $200 speaker and I don't call them a racial slur. That's funny how that works. Funny. And this is the second one. The first one stopped working mysteriously. But I want you to look at this. Look at this. You see this? You see how fucked up this is? That's because leftists destroyed my speaker. They tried to destroy it. They destroyed the top of it. They tried to destroy my protest. Stop me from protesting at the Santa Monica Pier. By doing that. They destroyed my little speakers that I got from the 99-cent only store for $20. They destroyed those. So I had to spend money and to get the big Boombas. Little kids be touching it. I don't call them a racial slur. Grown-ass left to be touching my speakers. I don't call them a racial slur. And one of them, I had to physically punch in the face to stop him from fucking with my speaker. But never at one time did a little kid touch my speaker. I called the little kid a racial slur. It's funny how that works. And it had nothing to do with Jesse Metcalf, that kid from Texas that got stabbed in the heart at some track meet. It had nothing to do with Project 1619, which I don't even believe in. It had nothing to do with CRT. It had nothing to do with diversity, equity, and inclusion bullshit, because we all know the truth about those things. Those are from the globalists, and yet been enforced by leftists to control everyone else. That's the reason why I didn't like that leftist stuff, because it came from a bad place. It didn't came from a place that supported all of us. It came from a place to control us and put us more under the domain of the leftists. Okay, but I don't call 5-year-old a racial slur for touching my $200 speaker, do I? Fuck this woman. Fuck this woman. And she did it with a kid in her arm. Fuck her. And yes, the man who she talked to in this video said the N-word as well. He should have never done it. But she being a mother, she being an adult with a child of her own, should have known better not to call another child a racial slur. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. So pay attention to the rest of my video. Sorry for the speech impediment. When I'm emotional, it just clicks in. All right, peace. I love you, Andre. I love you, everybody else. Love you, the rest of my family who are paying attention to my videos. Maybe 1 or 2 of you. I appreciate you guys. Everyone else, have a good day. So hello, my name is TALAN GODFREY'S. I'm a real gang stalking victim. Yes, I cut my hair short. So here it is. This is what a real gang stalking victim, this is what some of the tactics, the weapons, the pain and suffering that a real gang stalking victim will go through. This is Popular Mechanics magazine right here. Psycho Electronic Weapons Effects. Popular Mechanics magazine. This doesn't cover everything that a real gang stalking victim will go through, but it does cover a lot. And I suggest anybody who's a real gang stalking victim need to look at this page. Gang stalking has nothing to do with religion or spirituality. Gang stalking has nothing to do with the supernatural, the paranormal, or the metaphysical. Gang stalking has nothing to do with that thing called the chosen one or some tarot cards you can get at the Five Below for $5. Anybody who says otherwise is lying to you. And it's weird how these people who talking about they are chosen one never bring up psychotronic weapons, when psychotronic weapons have been known for decades. Okay. And people doing a psychological operation campaign mixing gang stalking with that chosen one was really popularized back in 2020. But psychotronic weapons have been known since the 1950s. You need to start asking yourself why. Start asking yourself some questions. Now here it is. Now let's leave. Let's leave. Okay. Where is this? Now, what's going on? You saw in the introduction of this video. I have been harassed. I have been hit with direct energy weapons and mind control technology. And I will admit that I am not the best mother. I wasn't the best daughter. I wasn't the best soldier. I wasn't the best student. I wasn't the best citizen, United States citizen. But I have never committed a crime. Never committed a crime. Never touched little kids. Never really stole anything. Except maybe like when I was in my early 20s. But I'm in my 40s now. I haven't stolen anything in a really long time. And when the 99 cents only store was going through bankruptcy and shutting down, people were robbing those stores blind. I've never touched anything in those stores. Never stole anything and bought everything while it was going through bankruptcy. Okay? Those people who was robbing the 99 cents only store as it was shutting down, they didn't get gang stalked, but I did. So, like I said before,
if you love free cash,
this is for Sabrina Wallace. You need to watch this video of hers called Microwaving Humans for Their Own Safety. Microwaving Humans for Their Own Safety. And another video talking about nanobite technology in the body. This woman's video. You need to find this woman's channel right here. Microwaving humans and nanobite technology in the body. You need to find those. Let's see if we can find another one. Let's go to history. Oh, come on. Just hang on for a second. There's a video called Dr. Robert Duncan. Let's see if we can find it. There it is right there. Dr. Robert Duncan, remote neuromonitoring is on the screen. It's like it's right there. Dr. Robert Duncan, remote neuromonitoring is right there. It's right there on the screen. I suggest you watch those two videos. And like I said before, anybody talking about gang stalking and mixing it with the chosen one or religion or spirituality, the supernatural, the paranormal, and the metaphysical, they are actually lying to you. They're trying to hurt you because they ain't talking about those psychotronic weapons. And no Jesus or whatever deity you actually believe in will stop psychotronic weapons. It ain't happening. I don't care. It ain't gonna happen. So let's talk about more about the situation in this video, because this is just, I can't believe it. I can't fucking believe it. There's something in my mouth. I can't fucking believe this, dude. Because there are people supporting that woman. That woman abused and mistreated a child. There's no reason to call a 5-year-old child a racial slur. As you can tell earlier in this video, there'd been so many little kids touching my $200 speaker. My $200 speaker. And I didn't call them a racial slur. I didn't call them a bad name. I just said it wasn't for sale, period. And that was it. That was the conversation. That was in the conversation. There have been so many adults that tried to destroy that speaker. Like I said earlier, that was a problem. But no 6-year-old child was ever abused or mistreated by me over them touching my speaker. Or abused by me, period. But for some strange reason, everybody is supporting that woman who called a 5-year-old child the N-word. They're supporting it. They're supporting her. And you're pretending that she didn't abuse a child in the first place. They're acting like this is some Iran novel and there's no children involved. No, there's a child involved. I'm going to show you how they ignored the actual child.
and keep talking about, oh, the people are so anti-white, Project 1619 and all this leftist bullshit. Oh my God. Well, that has nothing to do with the situation. She abused a child. That point blank, full stop. That's the end of the conversation. Period. She abused a child. Don't care. I don't care what happened. She abused a child. I don't care what happened in Texas with Jesse Matcliffe. I don't give a fuck about what happened. I'm sorry that that kid died. I am. What did that have to do with a woman abusing a 5-year-old child? According to the internet, that 5-year-old child's on the spectrum. On the spectrum, on top of being 5 years old. And she called that child the hard N-word, ending in ER. Mark Dice and the Salty Cracker, you listened to rap music before. You probably listen to rap music a lot. You know the difference between the her. I'm so sorry about that. You know the difference between the hard N-word and nigga. You know the difference between the two. You listen to rap music before. I stay currently in a Hispanic neighborhood. You know how many times I hear nigga from these Hispanic kids? I hear the word nigga all the freaking time from a whole bunch of Hispanic kids. It doesn't piss me off that they say nigga because they're listening to shitty ass rap music. The crime is they're listening to shitty ass rap music. It's not the word nigga that I have a problem with. Okay. It's the rap music. It's shit. It's horrible. Satanic. Okay. But I don't have a problem with them saying nigga. Okay. I do have a problem with some of these people, who, especially the one that lives upstairs, doing noise campaign violations against me. And then when another family moved in next to her, she don't do the noise campaign violations anymore. So I knew that the lady next door and her family were doing noise campaign violations, and it was against me. It was against me because she's not doing it anymore. Funny how that works. And yes, I did talk to maintenance about her noise campaign violations. So anyway, let's bring up Mark Dice. If I can find it. Mark Dice is thinking that this is a win. No, Mark Dice, she abused and mistreated a 5-year-old. Period. Why are you celebrating this woman? Why are you celebrating this woman? Period.
The final boss in the battle against cancel culture has emerged, and this test will determine who actually does support free speech and is against anti-white.
No, this has nothing to do with free speech and anti-whiteism. This is a woman mistreating and abusing a 5-year-old while she has a young child with her. You see, no, that's not a win that you think it is. Oh my God, Jesus Christ, dude.
Whiteism, and who is a neocon, conservative Inc., establishment media coward. This woman, Shiloh Hendricks, was captured on video, purportedly in a park in Minnesota, using the little N-word.
It wasn't a little N-word.
Hurts a lot of black people's feelings, and oftentimes doesn't really hurt their feelings. They just pretend it.
No, I think it's weird that somebody is calling me a racial slur. But I also think it's extremely weird that a person is calling a 5-year-old child a racial slur. That's what I think is weird. It's weird. It's extremely weird, Mark. And I'm not going to watch the rest of Mark's video, but if you watch it, you can see how much money this woman's raised. Holy shit. But I can guarantee you she won't be gang stalked. That we both know. She's fine. Her family's fine. My family got destroyed. My family, who's still around me, got fucked up. I'm being hit with direct energy weapons of mind control, being put inside some psychological harassment campaign against my will, against my civil and constitutional rights, against my human rights. This woman is fine, though. She's fine, though. And don't worry, she made lots and lots of money because of this little stint against a 5-year-old child. I don't care about whatever freedom of speech crusade that Mark Dice think this is. No. Normally, no. Okay. Just look at the comments in this video. Nobody is mentioning that she did this to a child. Nobody's mentioning that. Or that the child, according to the internet, is on the spectrum. So if you've been around 5-year-old children, you know that they love touching stuff. And if this child is on the spectrum, do you definitely know that this child loves touching everything? Okay. But look at it. No mention that she mistreated a child. at all. It's just like, where, okay, it's just amazing to me. Just look at the comment section. So no, Mark Dice is wrong. Okay?
It does. They use that as leverage to try to gain power over white people because of their...
Yeah, a lot of them do. But this is not the situation. This is not the situation. She abused a child, point blank, full stop. That's it. Just read this dude's comment section. Except for this is my video, and only one person said no. Everybody else is like, oh my God, this is amazing. Oh my God. Nobody's mentioning that the child was 5 years old. No, it's completely, they bitch about leftism all the fucking time. But yet, in this situation, they ignore the fact this is a 5-year-old. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Sorry that a 5-year-old wanted to play with a little boy stuff. Instead of this woman telling the kid no, and again, trying to contact the parent of the child or the guardian of the child, she's just going to call the child the N-word. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Just read this comment. Just read this. Just read it. This is how much money she raised, and they cheer for it. Nobody's talking about the child in this situation. It's fucking amazing. Now here's another video. Let's go to history. It's just like, fuck, you bitch about leftism all the time. And then just totally ignore the fact that this woman abused a child. Okay, let's see if we can find a salty cracker. Hold on.
The final boss and the...
I can't believe it. I mean, I can't believe this shit. Just hang on for a second.
The final boss in the battle against cancer...
Cancel culture. No, this woman deserved to be canceled.
The final boss
She abused a child. I don't care.
Cancel culture has emerged, and
I don't care. You abuse a child. I don't give a fuck. But like I said, nothing bad ever going to happen to this woman. Here's the salty cracker.
Share. Trying to find the woman who called the little boy the N-word, the 5-year-old little boy, artistic boy. She needs to be found and locked up. So please.
I don't know about locked up, but
did that go the way you thought it was going to go?
I think a whole bunch of people need to know who this woman is.
Well, thanks, Obama.
What does Obama have to do with this?
This is where
Nothing.
we're at. Holy hell.
You see that tongue thing that he did? He loved doing that tongue thing.
We have set race relations in this country on fire, and by we, I mean Obama and his husband. Because those two idiots took what was handed to them, which was the highest race relations of all time, and set it on fire. Just completely.
No, and he knows better than that. He'd been talking about leftism and cancel culture for a while, and it had nothing really to do with Obama. It had something to do with the globalists over Obama, doing Clowin and Piven, doing the 48 goals of communism, doing the 8 steps of communism, trying to create racial war in this country. He knows better that the Ku Klux Klan was created by the Democrats and the precursors of the CIA to control black people, to control them. And you know how they controlled them. They made black people hate white people to an extent. Not everyone hated each other, but a good chunk of black people did hate white people. Because of these globalists and their useful idiot foot soldiers. And yes, the precursor of the CIA, I forgot what it was, but yet they did create the Ku Klux Klan. Nobody wants to talk about that, though. Nobody wants to talk about that. And nobody wants to talk about how the globalist, now Obama is just a foot soldier. Nobody wants to talk about how the globalists and the NGOs, and these NGOs, useful idiot leftists that they let run wild around here. They let people run wild, commit crimes after crimes, kill people, committed race crimes, went after white people for no reason, and a lot of people got hurt. A lot of black people got hurt in the summer of love 2020, and they died. A lot of black people died in the summer of love 2020 during those riots. Okay? Nobody talked about all those black people that died. And the only reason why the Summer of Love 2020 happened is because these globalists and their useful idiot foot soldiers allowed these useful idiot leftists to run wild and burn and loot and murder a whole bunch of innocent people. And they handicapped the cops and forced them not to do anything, forced them not to do their job. Because they were trying to create race wars in this country over a black dude who died of a heart attack. Yes, that dude had his knee above his neck. But if you paid attention to the coroner and everybody else in those old videos that the people forced the attorney general of the state to release to the public, the dude was having heart problems. He died of a heart attack. That's what happened. Anyway. But this dude brings up Project 1619 for no goddamn reason. This woman abused a child. Period. And she's going to be fine. And she made a lot of money off of this fucking stint. Everybody else is a real gang stalking victim who never abused and mistreated a child. We're struggling. We're struggling to pay bills. Some of us lost our family, but this woman, she's okay. She's fine. This woman's fine. She's gonna be fine. She's gonna be rich. People like Black Lives Matter who destroyed all these properties around the United States, killed a whole bunch of people, they're fine. This woman's fine. I'm not fine. Okay?
We pissed all over it and torched it. This is done through cultural Marxism, propaganda, indoctrination, right? Programming, telling white people that only white people can be racist.
That had nothing to do, and really that has nothing to do with the situation that's in that video. This white woman abused a child, period. I don't know what rhyme or reason would you call a child an N-word because he touched your stuff. Just say to the child, no, please don't touch my stuff. We got to go now. Hello? Who is this child, parent or guardian? We have to leave now. He's touching my stuff. We have to leave. So you need to take your child. Really easy, really simple. But you gonna call him the N-word. And yes, the dude filming used the N-word as well. And that wasn't appropriate. Okay. But just look at the comments. Oh my God, dude. Just look at the comments. It's like you got like 2 black people, including me, that says something. Holy shit. Okay. Just be careful of these psychological operation campaign. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Just be careful. Everybody else, peace. And this woman's going to make buku bucks off of this. And us real gang stalking victims, we lost almost everything. Some of us did lose everything and lost our lives included. Some people who are real gang stalking victims, they're no longer living. But this woman's going to be fine. I don't want her to die. But this woman's going to be fine and she's going to make lots of money. Just keep that in mind about the gang stalking and the psychological operation campaigns that we have to deal with. Everybody else, peace. I love you, Andre. Everybody else, have a good day. I love you if you're my family member and you're watching my video. Peace.